Hey, what's going on, guys? We're going to show you how to replace the batteries on your Razor Dune Buggy. This is the kids edition here. Super simple, and what happens is the batteries go bad on you. You get them cheaper on Amazon without the wiring already connected to it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So first and foremost, you got some Allen wrenches on the side. They're going to go here and here with a Phillips screw here, 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 and here. 2 more Allens on that side there. Be careful because you have your wiring on the back side of this. This is going to remove down. Your motor and your chain and everything are going to be right there, and your controller and your batteries are right here with your fuse. So we're going to talk about that fuse later on, but let's go ahead and get this out. We have 1 Allen right over here down below that the bracket is connected to, and on this side right there, it's the same size Allen, should be at least, and we're going to go ahead and remove that bracket. We're going to disconnect that white wire right back here, pull the batteries out. I'm going to take them back to my shop. We're going to solder them up and bring it back. All right, the bracket Allen wrench screws are actually smaller, so you're actually going to need a smaller Allen wrench than you are going to be for the back bolts we just talked about. The bracket is off now, and that's where the screws went there and there. I have actually already disconnected the white wire right here. It's just a push-in tab. Slide that back. You're going to have to get one hand around this way, other hand this way, and that just connects to the controller. You have your fuse right here as well. Now we just need to lift these batteries off of it here and remember the direction that they're facing. So remember that you have your numbers right here, and also remember that you have the 3 reds going this way with the black one this way, just so that you can wire everything and put it back the way it is in place here. And these are the ones that were in there already. We're not sure. This was actually pre-owned when we did purchase it, so I don't know if these are the original Razor ones or not. These are 12 volt 7 amps. We will have these linked in the description box below. We'll probably go with ones that have the best reviews. Sometimes you don't want to be chintzy about the batteries, and we'll show you which ones we're throwing in as well. Now, you have 2 options when you do purchase them. They're going to come with it already pre-wired like this, but the cheaper option is to go without wiring, just exposed end caps here. And these are super simple. I'm going to take these home. We're going to solder them. We're going to show you how to do that, put it in the right order. Check your fuse as well. Be back with you. All right, we got the old batteries right here. And again, these are 12 volt 7 amp each. Now my buddy, because we're doing this for his son's go-kart, he purchased these. These are UB 1280s. 12 volt 8 amp. These were purchased off Amazon. We will again have these linked in the description box below. Now what's nice is 12 volt, same size, but 8 amp. So you're gonna have a little bit more juice than the stock ones. Not meaning speed, but just meaning that it's gonna last a little bit longer runtime than the 7 amp, which is definitely a plus. So what we're gonna do here is we have our little cardboard laid out, and you see our prongs here. We're gonna go ahead and remove this. You can get like a flathead screwdriver under there, some needle nose pliers. That's just pretty much almost like hot glue. We're gonna lift that up off of all 4. And then your new ones, they come with these little caps. Those just slide right off. So get rid of those, recycle those. And we're gonna put the batteries in the exact same order like this that these ones are in. And from what it looks like even under there, it's gonna go red, black, red, black. All right, now after you get the hot glue up, or whatever that is, silicone, you're gonna see that it's soldered onto the prong, just like it is here. If you're lucky, you'll have ones that just slip off, and then you can slip it back on, put some electrical tape, and you're good to go. Unfortunately, with these, you have 2 different options. You can take your soldering iron and you can heat up that solder, pull that back, use the same exposed wire, or sometimes, to be honest with you, I like just to chop it off with some wire cutters, strip it back, as long as your wires are going to be long enough, or there's plenty of room back here for the connector. So if you did chop it off right here, strip the wire, then you're gonna lose about almost an inch or so. Strip the wire, solder it back on. We'll see how nicely this one comes off here. All right, that actually worked out pretty good. I was able to cleanly snip that, and after I resolder this one, I'm gonna go ahead and slip this old protective tubing back on. If that's not your case, you can go ahead and put some shrink wrap on there if you want. I never do, and the batteries turn out just fine. What I do though is I put some electrical tape over the new ends after I solder them back on here. just for extra protection. If you want to get really crazy, put some shrink wrap over it before you solder it on, and then use a heat gun and make your connection nice and tight. Again, I've never had an issue with just resoldering and then putting some electrical tape on. Now, this is where you do need to be important. So remember, for your reference, long red goes to left red, the start of the fuse, black, other side of the fuse, red, long black wire goes to black over here on the right side. Remember that layout, because we're simply going to be matching up our new ones and now soldering that one over here on that one. So I like to put a bead of solder on first, and then what I do is I lay the wire down, heat it up, and I'm just using a generic soldering iron here. And as you can see here, if possible, which it doesn't look like I'm gonna, so that really doesn't matter. I can't slip that back over. So what I'll do is I'll plop some electrical tape over the edges. We'll show that to you lastly. All we have left to do is these two right here, black and the red. It's not the prettiest solder job, but it gets the job done, and I've never had issues with it coming loose. Also, this is the time to check your fuse here. So it just pops up on the edge right here, lifts up, and a 30 amp fuse will pop right out. This always busts on me on my electric Razor dirt bike. So make sure that it doesn't look fried or crispy, and then make sure that right in the center, that little metal thing right there in the center inside the plastic is together and not blown up. That could be your issue if you're not getting any charging, or if it all of a sudden was going and it died all of a sudden. Check your fuse as well. Symptoms mostly for the battery is going to be you charge it fully, you're out there riding around, dies within 7-8 minutes. Just means your batteries are no longer capable of fully charging, just like a car battery. All right, we're looking good. Again, not the prettiest solder job, but sometimes a little bit more is nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the electrical tape on, and that's the after effect right there. Again, does the job. I've never had an issue with it. I've done this to a lot of different Razor mopeds, dirt bikes, go-karts, all sorts of stuff. I've never had an issue. We got our plug right on top right here. Everything is good to go. We saved a boat ton of money. We were able to fix the Dune Buggy, get it back up and running, and we're gonna go ahead and insert this back into it, put back our screws in, and we're gonna be back up and running. And then obviously charge it fully. These might be shipped with maybe, I'm not really sure the percent of a charge, so make sure you put it on the charger before you do give it a run. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. In the description box below is gonna be the beefier, nicer batteries, 8 amp, 12 volt. I'll also link the soldering iron, solder, some electrical tape, maybe some tools you'll need if you don't have them already. Of course, the solder here. So check out those links in the description box below. Get your Dune Buggy back up and running. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. It helps the channel, and subscribe also. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you guys also want to check out some other modifications, I have a ton of Razor videos on the channel already. Enjoy the videos. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. And lastly, just make sure you properly recycle your old batteries. I have a place that does e-waste that also takes batteries, so I'm gonna go drop them off over there. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.